We're back, and I've got my pink all kneaded up here. This is going to be the lid on each of these cakes. So how do we place a lid on here? What we need to do is, so it's nice and even, is we want to mark this cake so that when I place the pink over the top, I'll know where to cut it. Okay, so what I do is I take a ruler, place it right up against the top edge of the cake, and this is called a dressing tool. Just take this below the ruler and just make a little line. Okay, see that? Right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this all the way around. And that's just going to be our guide. And the thing I have to watch out for, which I just did, I just placed my thumb right on here and it's still soft. So make sure you don't do that. Don't do what I do. Okay, so turn it from underneath. Now you just want to push gently. You don't want to create any air bubbles or anything on your cake. As soon as I get this done, I'll go ahead and roll out the pink and show you how to cover the cake. Okay, so as you can see, I have my pink fondant rolled out, and I am just taking some more shortening. This cake isn't real cold. Sometimes if the cake is cold, it'll have condensation on it, so I wouldn't even need to put the shortening, wouldn't need anything on there. If you don't want to use the shortening, you could also just use water. But I find the shortening works a little nicer. Okay, so around the edge there, let me lift this up. And what I want to do is bring it over, kind of just flop it down. Put that up. Make sure you get any air bubbles out. Okay, there's a big air bubble right there. Move this over here, and then what I need to do is go ahead and take the scissors and cut off a lot of this excess, because you know the band's going to be somewhere around here, so I know I'm not going to need a lot of this down here at the bottom. Okay, and then what I really need to do is go ahead and get this back at eye level. So let me go ahead and get my bucket out again and pop this back. Cake right on top. Take my fondant smoother first here. See if that's another air bubble there. Just kind of smooth that down. Okay, so now that it's back at eye level, I just kind of lift this up, look where my line is, and go ahead and cut. Okay, now I didn't put the shortening all the way down here because I like to make sure that this is all where it's supposed to be. Right there, I cut it a little short. So notice what I do. I kind of pick it up and just gently pull it down just a little bit. And then this part's going to be a little long. I'm just doing this so ever so gently, I should say. Okay, so I can kind of go around with the smoother. Then I like to actually use this and go ahead and cut any excess off now. Okay, you don't want to dig too deep. You could use a knife for this also, but just do it really gently, even if you have to kind of score it the first time and then cut the second time. You don't want to actually cut into the brown fondant, just the pink. Okay, so I'll just continue to do this all the way around. Then I need to do this on my other two cakes before I actually stack them. And then we'll be ready to decorate it.